Welcome to this session. This is to share our knowledge regarding the functions of different ingredients other than MgO present in the mix for taffle slip compositions and how that knowledge help to improve the life of taffle slip. MgO is the main ingredient present in the mix and the function of which has been discussed in the previous video. Another main ingredient in the mix is carbon in the form of graphite, which varies in an amount of 5 to 20% with size less than 0.05 mm or less. Graphite with low ash content has higher oxidation and corrosion resistance. If the amount of graphite content in the mix is less than 5%, then thermal shock resistance of the product will be insufficient. If the amount of graphite content in the mix is more than 20%, then the strength will be reduced. That means the product will be easily eroded during use, leading to low or poor taffle slip life. The finer graphite particles occupy the space in between MgO grains. Because of its high weighting angle between graphite and slag, slag penetration is prevented because of this addition of graphite in the mix. Flaky graphite has low thermal expansion and high thermal conductivity. Because of its high thermal conductivity, thermal stresses developed during thermal fluctuation will be less, and because of its low thermal expansion, the mechanical stresses developed during expansion and contraction will be less. This will help to improve the thermal shock resistance of the product. With the increase of graphite content in the mix within the desired limit, the compressibility during passing will be increased, resulting in the decreased in porosity in the product. Another important ingredient in the mix for taffle slip composition is the antioxidant. Carbon in the mix get easily oxidized at a temperature above 600 degrees centigrade. Carbon containing refractories shows a deterioration of 20 to 60% of its mechanical strength under oxidizing conditions. So, suitable antioxidants like aluminum, magnesium, silicon, aluminum magnesium alloy, calcium silicon magnesium alloy, etc. are required to be added in small amounts varying from 3 to 6% to protect the carbon in the system. These antioxidants get oxidized faster than carbon, forming high temperature oxides. These high temperature oxides react with the finer MgO particles present in the matrix and undergo spinelization reaction with volume expansion, causing densification of the matrix without much sacrificing the thermal shock resistance. So, this improves the abrasion resistance of the product that suffer severe abrasion because of the flow of hot molten steel through it. Aluminium, in addition to silicon, shows the best oxidation resistance and high temperature strength. Magnesium alloy shows higher slag corrosion resistance and hydration resistance. Silicon has more matrix densification effect than aluminium. The oxidation resistance property depends on the quantity of antioxidants present and its distribution in the system. Also on the quality of graphite present in the system. These antioxidants also form carbide upon reaction, which also provides the strength of the table slip. For enhanced stability, boron or borides like carbon tetraboride B4C, magnesium diboride MgB2, calcium hexaboride CaB6 or chromium boride CrB is added in a small amount varying from 0.1 to 3% in addition to 100% of the refractory raw material mix in the composition. These antioxidants and these borides help to slow down the oxidational damage to the graphite particles without much sacrificing the unique thermal shock resistance of the graphite particles. This also improves the high temperature, post burning, bending strength and the slag corrosion resistance of the product. B4C, carbon tetraboride, has the highest oxidation resistance and slag corrosion resistance. It forms low melting compound B2O3 and MgO B2O3, which melts and covers the graphite particles, forming a protective film. In calcium silicon magnesium alloy, the magnesium volatility is less than that in the magnesium aluminum alloy. If the amount of this boride is added much lower than the lower limit, then the oxidation resistance and the strength of the product may not be sufficiently improved. If it crosses the upper limit, then the thermal shock resistance property of the product may be severely affected, touching the poor limit. Particle distributions should be less than 1 millimeter for uniform distributions of these additives over the entire matrix, as these are added in very small quantity. These are generally added previously to the binder to ensure uniform distribution over the entire matrix in the product. Another important ingredients are binder materials. Organic binder system consists of two parts. One is binder materials and the second one is the curing or hardening agent. Organic binder is added to ensure sufficient green strength after production for handling and also to produce carbon-carbon bond during heating. Organic binder may be phenolic resin, furan resin or piece in powder form. Due to the substantial difference in density of MgO grains and graphite particles, there is difficulty in mixing as graphite has non-wettability, which is compensated by the addition of piece and also resin in powder form as binder. The tendency of the resin bonded bricks, especially those with the addition of antioxidants, the spalling of the product can be minimized by the addition of piece in powder form. Phenolic novolog resins having molecular weight within the range 300 to 600 in a solvent, dihydric alcohols, trihydric alcohols like ethylene glycol, propylene glycol or diethylene glycol, etc., with a concentrations varying from 40 to 80% by mass is used as binder materials. When the molecular weight of the novolog resin crosses the limit 600 unit, the viscosity of the solution will be higher and the wettability with respect to carbon is decreased. And when the molecular weight of the novolog resins is less than 300, then there must be unreacted phenol in the system that produces a very offensive smell during handling. When the solution concentration becomes more than 80%, the solution may be very viscous and wettability with respect to carbon decreases. And if the solution concentration is less than 40%, then sufficient strength may not be developed with the binder system. Generally, this phenolic novolog resin solution is used in an amount varying from 2 to 6% by weight based on the combined weight of MgO grains plus graphite powder. If it is less than 2%, then the wettability of the carbon is decreased and sufficient strength may not be developed. If it is more than 6%, then there will be lamination in the products. In both the cases, the quality of the product will be deteriorated. Curing or hardening agent like paraformaldehyde, dioxane, trioxane or hexamethylene tetramine, etc. are used as curing or hardening agent in the binding systems. Hexamethylene tetramine is preferable because it does not impose any problem to operational environment and during handling. The function of this curing or hardening agent is to accelerate the polymerization. The hardening or curing agent is generally used in an amount varying from 5 to 20% by weight based on the weight of the use of phenolic novolac resin solution. If it is less than 5% in the system, then the polymerization reaction may not be complete and the strength of the product or desired strength cannot be obtained. If it is more than 20%, then the excess material will create problem by producing excess pore in the product. That means the product will be porous. In both the cases, quality will be. Typical examples are shown in the table. Now, from the table, it can be easily understood how the composition for the taffel sleeve is made for different customized product, as all the functions of different ingredients are now known. So by trial and error method in practical operation, a customized product can be developed. Hope the technical informations as given will be helpful as a first-hand knowledge to understand the subject. Thank you.